Are you a clubaholic?
I am no longer a clubaholic. I have to say that I probably wrote the book on nightclubbing at one point in my life. But what's happened as I've gotten older, I've found that I have a much greater appreciation for the music. When I was younger, sure, I loved being turned on to music in a club, but mainly I was going there for the social interaction. Now I find that the same experience is heightened because I really just appreciate the music for the music's sake. Hey, this is Nile Rodgers from the group CHIC, and you're watching Clubaholic.tv.
How are you enjoying the IMS this year?
It's pretty extraordinary. It's probably the most inspirational gathering of dance musicians, composers, creators, DJs that I've been to. For some reason, being in Ibiza, it feels a little more vital because it's become the home of electronic dance music in a way. Obviously, last year I had worked on Daft Punk's Random Access Memories and I couldn't talk about it. So now it's formally released, and I'm happy to say that it's gone way beyond anything I could have ever expected. When they first played the track of Get Lucky, which I probably should play the song because I don't have it memorized, but they asked me, well, how do you do CHIC songs? So let's just imagine. Let's just imagine. I'm gonna make up a song. So let's just say I'll play. The greatest feeling I feel is unbelievable happiness for Daft Punk because they took on a project that was bold and challenging, and they were committed to a vision, and it actually happened. If I were to make up a song like that, and I was going to make it into a record, I would go. For me, I don't want to try and belittle it and say it's business as usual, but it is in a strange way. My role is always to serve the project, the bigger project, and also playing live records is what I do almost all my life. And that's why when you listen to the records, you can't play it, and I can't play it because I'm doing all these little bits in between it, and you keep thinking, damn, that guy is good. Well, no, that guy ain't that good, he's just okay. So for them to do something that's so outside of their wheelhouse, these are guys that have been incredibly successful and incredibly innovative, making records together just by themselves. Now all of a sudden they bring all these other people into their world, and they have to depend on our performances and our creativity, and they had to believe in it, and they believed in it, and it became a reality.
When you first heard a Giorgio Moroder record, and it drove him crazy, because how the hell did this guy write this part? So you sat there for like 6 weeks teaching yourself how to do it, and then eventually found out years later that it was all done on a synthesizer, and you never actually played it like that.
How do you still keep coming up with original music? Because you've done so much. How do you keep it fresh?
The truth is that music is always inside my head. It's like a sort of strange form of schizophrenia. So I had heard this Giorgio Moroder thing, and it was just like going. I was like going, fuck. So I went into the bathroom and I just wrote. when I look at the world, I don't see in colors. I sort of see in music. I hear music, and it's every place I go.
I want your love. I want your love.
The music is always going on in my head. I can't sleep in silence. I can't sleep with the lights off because there's always musical motifs, songs, lyrics, which is another reason why I can, I believe that I can always add something to a project.
Something like that. Like the word dance had served me so well. I mean, my first record was called Dance, Dance, Dance. And the next record was Everybody Dance. So I was into the word dance. I could make a record that's got the word dance in it and make hits all the time. So then when I started to avoid it like the plague, and Bowie walks into my room and goes, "Nah, darling, I've got this song. I think it's a hit." And he plays the song and he starts singing, "Let's dance to the songs we're playing on the radio." I'm like going, damn. He's using the word dance, playing a song that doesn't want to make you dance, and he's saying, "Nile, go produce this." And I'm like, wow. The one thing that I lament is before Miles Davis passed away, he and I had become friends because we did an e.a.r. fashion shoot. And Miles Davis kept asking me to write good times for him. And I didn't know what he meant by that. We would go out partying. You know, Miles' reputation used to be, he's a tough guy, no nonsense kind of person. But with me, it was exactly the opposite. It was always fun, laughing and joking. We'd go out to bars and clubs, and we were doing the heavy party thing in the 80s. And at the end of the night, he would always say to me, he'd get me in a moment, and he'd say, "Now, write me a motherfucking good times." And I would look at him and go, "What does that mean?" So I go home and start writing these cool, at least what I thought, cool avant-garde jazz, fusion songs. And he would always say this, "Motherfucker, I can do that. Marcus can do that. Write me a motherfucking good time." What he really meant was he wanted a hit record. He wanted a record that people would go to a club and start going, "Oh man, I'm dancing to Miles." And I didn't realize he wanted a hit dance record. So what's the great lesson here, man? Is that dance music is that thing that somehow unites people in a strange way.
Music is probably the most peace-inspiring thing on earth. I mean, earlier I was talking about the Madonna's lyric, music makes the people come together, and then she goes, "Music makes the bourgeoisie," and I thought that was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever heard in my life until 2 weeks after I heard it, and I started singing it myself.
Music makes the bourgeoisie and the rebel.
And she's really right, that music makes people come together.
I am so proud that I've chosen this art form, this medium as my main form of expression. That I still get thrilled when I see people dancing to a song that I wrote.
1, 2, freak out.